the San Antonio Spurs.
The Detroit Pistons have just shot at the third time in 7 seasons.
Now Wade has got it. Wade will hold on. And the Miami Heat are champions. The promises have been kept.
Back at it with another A&E.
You bet.
You already know. What's up?
Top floor.
What's good, man? Oh man. So post game. What you think, man? Wiggins.
I hope you guys weren't worried.
Not for a moment.
I feel like a lot of them were worried. A lot of you guys. You know what I'm talking to. Y'all were worried. A lot of y'all were excited, premature. You know, it happened.
Yeah. They really thought that Boston push was gonna last, but it didn't, of course.
Yeah, I mean the spark came, and you know the wind was blowing. I couldn't keep it covered, and it wasn't. Nobody was covering it while the other person was fanning it. You know how they do it. Start that fire.
Yeah.
Get it. And it's like I said, man, they're not gonna do it without Tatum being the best on the floor. Not just the best on the floor, which he is, the best on the team, which he is. But he has to score over 30. You know what you guys always say about Klay Thompson, Steph Curry? So they're not going to win without Tatum being the best on his team, which he has been. He has to score over 30. You know what they say about all these superstars in order to get in the club superstar, in order to give Curry his flowers that he already got. You know, you have to put up these numbers in the fourth quarter, in the crunch times. They could do it. They could do it like tonight. Curry had 16 points. You know, they didn't have, the superstar on the Warriors team like they needed. I mean, they had Wiggins. We'll talk about that later. But they didn't have Curry like they needed. If the Boston that came out like they needed to, they'd have taken this game at home at Golden State. But Jason Tatum is passive. I got it in my notes. Tatum, number one, is aggression. He falls into the shadows if things weren't going his way. I mean, he don't get the shots he wants. He don't get the calls he wants, or the movement of the ball isn't going the way he needs it to go. He gets quiet, and then the rest of the team follows suit. Taking unnecessary shots, the turnovers. It's ridiculous. He had 4, and then his free throw shooting. He had what was his free throw? He was 2 for 6.
Yeah, that's horrible for Tatum. Yeah, Jason Tatum, 2 for 6 for the from the free throw line. He did have a good game, hit some key threes, but he's got to be a better leader for his team. I feel like he's still looking for the foul a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Not playing aggressive enough for me. And the miss 4 from the line, bro, that's unacceptable. Like, we need to see more from Jason Tatum, because it seems like if it's not Jaylen Brown really taking a shine, it's Marcus Smart stepping up and kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what he did tonight. Marcus Smart was a better player tonight to me than Jason Tatum. Well, I won't say better player, but like I said before with Jaylen Brown, he was making key shots that drove momentum for his team. You know what I'm saying? That got them in some good at a better pace and scoring points, and that's what Marcus Smart did for him. The little runs that they did make, he hit some key buckets. Jason Tatum is just not doing that for the team right now. He's not being a good leader. He's not leading them to where they need to go. That's why next game in Boston, if he doesn't step up, it could be the end of the series.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Marcus Smart, he stepped up a little bit, but him and Jason Tatum had a similar game. I think he was more consistent with his energy throughout the entire game, but not by much. Uh, he also had four turnovers. Uh, missing key shots, missing some open shots. He had a somewhat of a rhythm, but that was everyone did in that third quarter.
Yeah.
Not moving the ball like he should. That's been his MO this series, like not controlling the ball like he's supposed to and not being that veteran that they have him in the locker room to be.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm also looking at the fact that Curry went 0 for 9. I mean, Golden State in general missed a lot of open threes. Even though Wiggins had a dynamic performance tonight, he still missed open shots. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of missed shots by Golden State, and they still took it by double digits. I mean, Boston is not playing well at all. This is not the championship team that we're supposed to be seeing in Boston right now. Like, they don't want it. That's what I saw in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a historic shooting night for Golden State and not a good one. One of the worst shooting nights of all time in the finals. Speaking of Curry not hitting a three, I mean, his first time in 233 games, he didn't make a three.
Yeah,
where he did not make a three.
A streak for you.
And somehow, everyone said he had an off night, but still a plus 15.
Still a plus 15, 16 points, 8 assists, and I mean, I just see Curry moving out there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, off the ball, with the ball, and he's drawing in defenders and opening up his team for buckets nonstop. So it's like you said last podcast, or last segment. Curry is a dynamic player, whether he's scoring or not. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get open looks for his team. He's just such a presence on the floor. Like, you can't really deny this man, regardless. He had a 16-point game, and every other performance was 30. Well, 129-point game, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's not like, I mean, Curry, it's terrible when he misses that many shots, but when you see his plus minus and he has one turnover, that's a reason for that. Controlling the ball, like I said, drawing the double team. If you saw, like I said in the beginning, if they're not double teaming, he's gonna destroy them himself. Yeah. And maybe that would have been a better game for Boston, like it was the last one. But Marcus Smart, he played great defense on Curry.
Yeah.
But they're not going to win shutting down Curry. When they let the entire team gel and, run their offense like they want to, you got Clay. And, I mean, Jordan Poole started off pretty hot, too. Otto Porter started off good. And, like, one thing they don't understand, like, you keep putting Derek White on Wiggins, he's the spark. He's the X factor. Like,
don't put White on him.
Dunk or that fadeaway jumper, that everybody else jumps up and comes to life. That's when Gary Payton hits three.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely gets things moving. I mean, Wiggins, the dunk on White, the fadeaway was automatic. I think he missed that maybe once or twice tonight, but it was automatic. White is not the guy to stop him. Tatum is barely Tatum really couldn't do anything with him. You know what I'm saying? But he was great on Tatum. Yeah. Boston came out the first half with 9 turnovers and had 5 by third quarter. You know what I'm saying? Partway through the third quarter. They got a lot on their hands. And what you were saying, they got a double team Curry. The head coach had made adjustments to be able to stop Curry. But that opened up the rest of the team. So what do we do from here? You got 2 choices. Either guard Curry or guard the rest of the team. Either way, you got a problem on your hands. How do they adjust to that?
Yeah, and I was real surprised that Ime went with that strategy. I thought he would have a way better game plan than this, and I thought, even if it didn't work out, whatever game plan he had, he would adjust a lot quicker than what he did. That was, they had a good third quarter, and they never do. But the rest of the game was shit.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, look, they get Draymond. Look at Draymond, plus 11, barely there,
Fouled
but
out.
he was disruptor. That man's an unregistered point guard.
He really is.
He's an unregistered point guard.
The only thing I need Draymond to stop doing is shooting threes. My guy. Please do not shoot another three. But besides that, Draymond, his presence on the floor. Like, this is the thing they don't like. They're not getting. Without Curry, Golden State is still a dynamic team because he's such a great leader on the floor. Hands down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What are your predictions for Game 6? Boston. What are you saying for it?
Now, I want to be real careful with this pick. If I'm not mistaken, I think I am 5 for 5 on this series.
You are, my good sir. That you are.
That being said, I am picking Golden State to win the championship in the next game.
Right.
I know the Celtics are 3-0 in elimination games this playoffs, and 1-0 at home in those elimination games. But like you said it in the last segment. They didn't let the beast out of the box. Curry's not gonna miss all his threes next game. And I think everybody's feeling it. I think I think he's comfortable now. I think it'll be a better game. If the Celtics go up by too much in that second quarter, I think it may be out of reach. I mean, but like I said, it's super hard to guess these games because they like to lay eggs.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Like you said, Boston Celtics are 3-0 at home with elimination games, but they also never lost back to back, and that went up in smoke tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're gonna go ahead and get that 3-0 to 3-1. Golden State, like you said, Curry's not about to come out and miss all his threes, not have a great performance. You know what I'm saying? He let his team shine, but this is where he puts him to sleep. His you know what I'm saying? His famous thing. He's gonna put him to bed next game in Boston because he fed off that momentum. He fed off the hate from the crowd. It made him better, and I think that's the atmosphere he wants to play in, and he wants to win in, just to make it that much more special. You know what I'm saying? He's been doubted. He had a 16-point game tonight, 8 assists, and it was a little rest. Next game, he coming back, and they're gonna have to do something because Ime's gonna open up the floor. He's gonna spread the floor, and Curry is gonna be able to create those shots. I guarantee you, he's gonna open up the floor. He's gonna have to do something with Wiggins. He's gonna have to do something with Gary Payton because those key layups he hit, you know what I'm saying, off those passes, those breaks, it was all because they put all their attention on Curry. So once they switch that, Curry's getting open looks again. He's gonna knock him down. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot on him tonight. He still found a way to score, not as much, but next game, I think they're gonna put them boys to sleep.
Yes, sir. I think Clay's gonna have a lot to do with that as well. He had, I like the new Clay. We missed the old Clay, but we can't have that old thing back.
Yeah.
We got Clay out there being the new hybrid Clay. With a splash of the old Clay, just a splash of the old Clay.
A little sprinkle, you know what I'm saying? A little something.
Even like we said, he's third player with 100+ threes in the finals. Behind Steph and LeBron.
Yeah. And I mean, he's doing. I'm like, all right, yeah, he's had some off games, but when we need him, he's there. Tonight, Steph wasn't hitting the threes. Clay was hitting the threes. When we need him, he was there. You know what I'm saying? That game 6, and he needed to put up points with Curry. You know what I'm saying? And he was there. So yeah, Clay's gonna have a good game next. Game 6. That's where he comes alive. So they're gonna have a problem with Clay and Curry. You know
I tell you this much. One of the reasons why the Celtics keep losing these games, you know, but it seems like they're just falling apart and falling asleep. But like I said, it's all about focus. These turnovers. Tatum 4, Smart 4, Jaylen Brown 5. 5.
Where was Jaylen Brown tonight?
Between the three of them, 13 turnovers. You had Al Horford virtually invisible on defense, you know, and he's another one, very inconsistent. You know, it's not, he may have spent all his gas, you know, in the conference finals. It's starting to look that way, but you know, they gotta get it together. Ime has to stay focused himself, recognize these red flags that his team throws up throughout this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right about that, man. And Robert Williams, like, they need him to win as well as Tatum.
Yeah, I mean, he had a pretty good game. You know, I think he had 12 points.
Yeah,
Let's see what Robert Williams had.
it was a lot of
5, 2 for 2 from free throw line. I mean, he only had 8 rebounds, but everybody hasn't been grabbing that many rebounds, like on either team.
I saw some baskets get put up on him that he should have. I don't like his rim defense tonight.
Yeah, he had 0 blocks. That's unheard of. He was virtually invisible on defense as well.
Yeah. And the one block he almost had on Draymond, he fouled him. Draymond went to the line and knocked down at least one of those free throws, maybe both. Which I'm
yeah, not a lot of contribution from anyone. Jaylen Brown had 18 points, but he was a negative 19. You know, the 5 turnovers, the 5-3. You know, both teams were very, very bad from 3. Marcus Smart was 50%, but he was 3 for 6. You know, only 6, only made 3. Yeah.
Yeah, most of Marcus Smart's buckets, what I like is the way he scored his buckets. Marcus Smart was aggressive scoring his buckets. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Tatum hit some nice threes, but Marcus Smart, like, he took those buckets, like, from Golden State. Like, and Tatum didn't come with that same energy. For me, that's the problem. Jaylen Brown is usually matching energy, usually pushing pace for the Boston Celtics. I mean, he scored 18, but like you said, negative what? 19? 19? I mean, you know.
But, I mean, like, it all goes back to Tatum. You know, these guys can do this. They can start to have these bad games, but they are all very impressionable. They follow the leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the problem is they don't have a definitive leader. It's supposed to be Tatum, but he's not seizing the moment at all. You know, he defers, you know, in his demeanor. He defers to Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart, you know, allowing everyone else to work. He needs to, you know, he's doing all this Kobe stuff. Do more. Fall for the ball.
Yeah,
give me that rock.
That's a fact. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got to be his own man. He's not Kobe. You know, he's not Kobe. Bro,
Sure.
Play your game. And then, I mean, he's always looking like he's about to cry when he doesn't get his way. He makes this weird face. I don't like it. But Tatum's a strong player.
Very uncomfortable face.
Yeah, it's like, oh, why you? But I like Tatum, man. I really do, actually. He's a great player. He's young, you know what I'm saying? Great career ahead of him. But right now, I think
He's going to be a champion.
Yeah, he's going to be a champion. But right now, like, he needs to step into his role. Because eat like. But yeah, right now I think Tatum needs to step into his role. The defeat for the championship in my eyes, from my perspective, the L is inevitable. Whether it happens in Game 6 or it happens in Game 7, Golden State I feel like it's going to take it. But as a leader, he needs to take charge of his team moving into the next season. Like this is big for him to step into that role. You know what I'm saying? To have like even if they take the L, you need to take charge of your team and lead them. You know what I'm saying? Because even if it's a close game and it comes down to a bucket and y'all lose, like this is something y'all gonna carry on the next season. This is a role you're gonna carry on to next season, and it's gonna carry you through next season to another championship. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not next year, but you'll get there. You know what I'm saying? But I think right now it's important for him to step into that role of a leader for his team. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, the team is left next season. We're still wondering who's that leader. Who are we actually following? You know what I'm saying? Who's taking charge on this team? If he doesn't step into that role right now, this is the time on the biggest stage.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want people to think I'm contradicting myself. I'm not. You know, I think he can be a champion, and yes, I'm criticizing him for the games we're watching right now. You know, and he can. It's fine if he lose, but you can't lose off of these games where it's about, you know, your desire to win and, you know, just having the the willpower to take the wheel. You know, it's okay to miss the shots. Don't get flustered. Don't lose games while going, what was it, 1 for 6, 2 for 6 from the free throw line?
2 for 6, yeah.
Don't do that. You know,
you can't afford it.
You just gotta take the ball.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, yeah, we'll see how Boston adjusts. We'll see what Ime does against these Golden State Warriors for Game 6. Because if they don't make an adjustment that can do enough to stop the rest of the team and Curry, it's gonna be a problem. Especially if everybody's hitting, everybody has a good flow, which I'm thinking they will. They found a good rhythm in these playoffs. They're ready to take Game 6.
Yes, sir. That's what I believe as well. All right. You got anything else for him about this game that we might have left out? We don't talk about Steve Kerr enough. I mean, but there's not much to do. Not much to say.
I mean, he's an amazing coach.
Run regular maintenance on the machine.
What he's done with these Warriors, I mean, yeah. What do we need to say? It's like saying, like, well, no, it's not the same, but you know what I'm saying? Just like there's nothing needs to be said about Curry, nothing needs to be said about Curry.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. Another one in the books.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Thank you,
Right,
all
guys.
you nerds out there, for joining us on another episode of A&E. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna put on a sexy voice.
All right, dorks. Talk to y'all next time. Till then,
Peace.
easy.